giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II, the Mr. Fantastic of Podcasting's Fantastic Four. First, the comedian. Professional joke slinger Tico the Guy. What's good, Tico?
What it do, people? You talk it, I live it all day, every day. Only thing that I gotta say, please stop listening to coloring books on tape.
Who the fuck does that?
What,
Who the fuck
Okay.
does that, Tico?
Exactly.
and what the fuck
You
is
need to stop hanging around those people that listen to color books on tape
Really.
and that make you think it's a thing because it's
Because, I
not.
mean, if you're thinking about that as being a thing, then maybe the thing that has a problem is you.
Nah, it's reality.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcoming back to the show the First Lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Key?
What's up, y'all? It's Keisha with a Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka Wakanda Forever Mom, and your mom's favorite mom.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna
yeah.
copyright that.
That's sweet. That's sweet. We definitely going, and of course, we definitely going to get into that. But yeah, I like that. That was very sweet. And of course, our social media assassin for the remainder of the double deuce, ladies and gentlemen, it is Rob, the actual. What is good, Rob?
Deux trois, deux
That's the
trois.
squig. Yeah, that's the swig, man. You talking about the remainder? That's the swig.
bruh? Please stop calling this shit the double deuce, nigga.
The
Please.
bag. That's the bagwash. The
Maybe
bagwash. The
we'll have
22.
some double deuces in celebration for the
The,
final time he'll call you that this year on whatever the show that is in a
You
couple
know
weeks.
what? That's a
I
great,
like that. That's a
It's a
beautiful
fantastic
celebration,
idea,
idea.
bitches.
actually. Yeah, that's
It's a
that's a beautiful
celebration.
idea,
Deuce
actually.
deuce.
I will celebrate the end of that whatever that is. But anyway, yeah, yeah, we in the building, man. I'm not too happy.
What's wrong, Rob? What's wrong?
Cause y'all
You know what
got
I'm
beat by
saying?
the commandos.
Commandos.
Ah,
The
The fuck is you laughing at, Keisha?
I don't even watch football, so I can laugh. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings about no kind of
Because
team. And I don't give a
exactly,
fuck that y'all
exactly.
got beat by
What
the
is you
command.
laughing at?
But everybody can't win all the time, and everybody can't lose all the time. And just like the stars just kind of aligned that way yesterday,
I
Monday,
mean,
Sunday.
we still look down upon the rest of the peasantry that is the NFL at the top of the heap. We're 8-1. We're the number one team in the league still, and coming up is my homie Bishop that is going to back me up on that. You know what I'm saying? Our permanent guest host in the building. You know what I'm saying? That's getting ready to join us and back me up. Uh, Bring
I
up my
mean,
man
just go
Bishop.
ahead and bring him in because
Yeah, I might as well bring him in. I
he
might as well
just
bring
couldn't
him in
wait to bring
at
his
this
Philly
point.
brethren
You
in
know what I
here.
mean? Look, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it is our permanent guest host, the host of the Intelligently Ratchet podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Bishop Omega. What is good, Bishop? What the hell?
We can't hear
You're
Yeah,
you.
you're
muted.
on mute. You're on
You
mute.
muted.
Unmute
that's probably the
yourself.
best thing. That's probably the best.
Shut up.
Caw,
Shut up, Tico.
caw,
Y'all got
caw.
y'all Christmas tree up already?
You
Yeah,
damn right.
man.
You
Looks
damn
like
right.
Wall. Looks like Target back there.
You know what I'm saying? That mug, and it's got snow on it. It's a fake. It's
That's
not a
good.
white Christmas. It's got fake snow on it, so it's green under it. So the kids can
Look at
pick it out. But one thing I'm gonna tell you this right here: a king can fall and his crown can tumble, but that does not make him more or any less king. So all he has to do is stand up, and we are still the kings of the NFC East as well as the NFL. The only other team that's also 8-1, we gave them their one. So it's like this. Listen. All this little cowboy stuff, little Dak Prescott with his only one haircut option. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Philly still king. We still looking good out here. Your team ain't beat us, so that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
You
pretty
know,
much.
it's funny. Look, why does Little Dak sound like a really, really, really bad children's book?
Lil Dak. Lil Dak sound like also a trap rapper too. Little Dak and the Cowboys. What? Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
You just made somebody some money right there.
Yeah.
Little Dak, Little Dak and the Cowboys.
That's crazy.
Well, look, ladies
Or
and
his funky
gentlemen.
ass OnlyFans page. Yeah.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, look, tonight is our Wakanda Forever Roundtable. We are going to discuss the, the latest MCU masterpiece, that being Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. If you are not into spoilers, I hate to break it to you, but but the moratorium on spoilers that ended yesterday morning.
Mm.
Yeah, you had all weekend.
Yeah,
Did it?
exactly. Yep, it ended.
If
Mhm.
you ain't seen it by now, TDB.
Exactly,
Too damn bad.
exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, remember you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, on Facebook Live, and on Twitch. Remember, the audio version of Straight to Tape, powered by Acast, is available on all of your favorite podcasting platforms: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcast Straight to Tape. Make sure you're following us on our social media platforms. That's IG, Facebook, and Twitter, Straight to Tape. Once again, we're on YouTube, so make sure you're checking out our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Make sure you are hitting you're hitting subscribe. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell so you can be in tune with your favorite podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. What,
Like,
Chico? What?
I'm sorry, man. I'm just looking at you, and your toboggan on your head. You look like you know what I'm saying, like a condom, like on the tip of a head, but you just and the girl just like, you know what? Nah, just chill.
so would you say he
Yep.
looks like a little Dak?
Yep.
That's called a comeback. You see what I
That's
mean?
right. You like
That's a
that?
setup
That's
and a
what that.
comeback.
That's right. That's right. You like that? Like that. You toss them up and
So,
Knock him down.
Harriet, I
so,
would go get mine so I could like wear one with you, but I would explode in
so,
the flames. So
so, Tico, what you're saying is that I look like just put the tip in.
yeah, pretty much. But I can't say
Wow.
too much because I'm out here looking like Frankie Beverly and Maze's third cousin. So,
I'm a little
it is what
nauseous right now. I'm a little nauseous.
it
Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be one of those episodes. Definitely one of those episodes.
Remember spoilers, y'all, because y'all,
Yeah,
I see everybody tapping in. We talk about Wakanda. It's
yeah.
spoilers.
We're going back to Wakanda.
If you don't want to
And
hear
that's the
about it,
LL Crusade
yeah.
song. I'm going
Going
back to
back to
Wakanda,
Wakanda,
Wakanda.
Wakanda,
I'm going
going
back to
back to
Wakanda,
Wakanda.
Wakanda. Yeah.
I don't
Come on,
think so.
y'all. Come on. Come on.
Reel us in, damn it.
Vibranium.
Reel us in, Bob.
Vibranium is shining. This one.
Enough. Damn.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, you
Such
know
a
how we
fucking
like.
killjoy.
I
God,
mean,
I'm
yeah,
sorry your team lost.
curmudgeon. Look, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we like to start the show. We take a look at the top news stories over the past week in a section of the show that we like to call the headline grab. So, headline grab, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, where are we going to start off the show? You know what? We just came off of an election. An election in some places of the country is still not over. So, we're gonna provide a little bit of some midterm recapping for y'all. Okay.
We capping for midterm recap.
Exactly. Gonna drop it on the recap. So, uh, you know, the this election was so interesting, and one of the reasons why I find it interesting is because going into going into the midterm, you had a lot of polls that were dropping, that were predicting a major wins by the party not in power. That being the Republican Party, because normally in a midterm, that's what happens. Okay, the party that's not in power normally picks up a lot of seats especially in the House of Representatives. As well as flipping the big chamber, that being the Senate. Uh, it didn't work out that way this year. Okay, it did not work out that way this year. Um, as Pretty much as of this morning, the Democratic Party has retained the Senate, where there were about 6 or 7 seats that had the possibility of flipping, and they haven't. We still have, of course, one seat that is still, that still has not been decided, and that's
Husha.
that's Herschel and Reverend Warnock in the great state of Georgia, with Reverend Warnock, the incumbent candidate, getting about 49.3% of the vote, with Herschel Walker getting about 83 point, sorry 80 sorry 48.3% of the vote. You have to break the threshold of 50 to
50.
avoid a runoff. So they have,
How the? Well, I know how. Like people,
mhm,
yeah. Somebody asked me that question. Like,
you
Georgia.
know
People
how.
say we black people think of Georgia and we think of Atlanta and Savannah, kind of, but
Right.
mostly Atlanta. But
Mhm.
there's a whole lot of other real estate in Georgia
Hmm.
of the people that are still benefiting from high cotton. And those are the ones that voted for Herschel Walker. I saw some video,
Hmm.
like a man on the street type thing, and the guy, the reporter person who was white, asked this white man in Georgia about abortion, and he said he thought abortion was a sin. He thought it should be completely illegal. This menagerie of pets I have. Anyway, thought it should be completely illegal. But then when he asked him about Herschel Walker, like he had absolutely nothing to say. So he was trying to get him to circle back to the fact of what he first said, that it should be completely illegal and it's immoral, it's a sin. But he would not say that about Herschel Walker. And it just is I think it's relevant to not just the Republican Party, but just extremists. There's so many on each side where
Hmm.
you're not thinking logically, right? You just want your party to win. So you vote for some bullshit that you're completely against so that your party will win. So that's
Right.
what's happening a lot, I think, in Georgia.
Yeah, and one of the but and it's funny because one of the funny things that I noticed, that I have definitely noticed about Georgia, because if you're looking at the Georgia midterm as a whole, okay, you have Warnock versus Walker, and then you have the rematch between incumbent governor Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams, and Kemp won again. And to be honest with you, if you look at it, he won rather convincingly. Okay, but his 53% of the vote that he got didn't translate to the Senate race. It did not translate to Herschel Walker.
He's
Right.
definitely not as
Yeah,
egregious as Walker.
yeah,
Can
and
I?
I think a lot. I mean, I look. I think a lot. I think a lot of Republicans that supported the governor, supported Kemp. Some of them just could not bring themselves to support Herschel Walker. Enough
Can we,
of them did for the for a runoff, but not enough of them did to take him over the hunt. Bishop.
well,
So you
well,
think those just didn't vote? They
No,
just didn't
I
vote?
no. I think some of them voted.
right.
I think some of them voted for the Libertarian candidate, because the
Mm,
Libertarian candidate got about 2 to 3% of the vote.
I
mhm,
say
mhm.
this right here, but I've heard Herschel Walker speak, and I wouldn't vote for Herschel Walker. Like I, you know what I'm saying? Like just off the way, like I'm not a really good talker person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't a real good talkie. And Herschel Walker is worse than me. You know what I'm saying? It's like this.
You'd stop doing that.
You
You
know what I
Stop it
mean?
speak
right now.
What?
indubitably.
You know what I
Stop it.
mean?
Stop it right now.
Herschel Walker be talking like, yo, what is he saying? Like Herschel Walker talk like a punch drunk boxer. Like, you know what I'm saying? How Leon Spinks used to talk? Like when he him and Leon Spinks has the same interview mannerisms. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, Herschel, you got CTE. Like you should not be
Speech therapist.
you should not do anything, bro. He like, yeah, cool. When I walk there, and then he got this little magic sack of shit on his that he wear over his tie. I'm like, no.
Magic sack of shit.
What you should do, Herschel, would I vote for Herschel Walker to train me as a trainer and be a running back coach? Yes. I'd rather him coach the Philadelphia Eagles than come out here and try to run for politics.
Somebody government. Government.
You know what I'm
The
saying? The
government say it.
gravitational, the covitationals. Like he
I like
Mhm.
foosball. I like foosball.
We in the greatest country in America.
we in the
Mhm.
greatest country in America. You hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
What was worse though? What was worse?
Damn
Was
it, Becky.
that worse?
We're voting for Warnock.
Or was it? Or was the flashing of the badge during the debate worse than that statement?
Mr.
I'm a
Walker,
police.
you have a prop. You are a prop.
But it's real. But it's real. But it's real. You see, it's real.
Hi, I'm Bishop Omega. I got my.
They gave me this. They gave me this.
They gave me the day.
They,
They gave me
gave
that.
me. They gave me this.
You know who else they give that badge to, Mr. Walker? Make a wish kids. You know what I'm saying? They give those out freely, you know what I'm saying? To make a wish kids, you know what I mean? After you ride in a police car and shit.
Nope. Nope.
Shaq got one. Shaq got one. And Steven Seagal. Matter of fact, he had a whole show about it.
And Walker, Texas Ranger.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, he was a Texas Ranger.
He was also a walker.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I kind of want to want to give Shaq the respect on his just on some of the things that he's that he's actually worked on. He was hunting down predators.
Mhm.
I mean, granted, he wasn't doing it the Chris Hansen style, which would have been crazy.
I
I
don't
mean,
want to do this.
can you picture a dude coming to see a 14-year-old girl and Shaq walks out doing the Chris Hansen on his ass.
Hey man, hey man, why you over here? How you
No,
doing
now
that?
Shaq has both Shaq and Magic.
Man,
They both had speech
That's what you did.
coaches
how did you get my ear?
and they
You
have
got my
progressed
see.
by leaps and bounds over these past decades since they
You know,
started
Shirley,
commentating.
Shirley.
They've gotten what's his name too?
Shannon Sharp,
Charles
Shannon
Sharp,
Sharp too.
Charles
Yeah.
Barkley. He's gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Herschel Walker didn't think he needed that at
No,
all.
no. I'm
That's
sorry.
terrible.
Maybe he just started classes. I don't know, but
That's terrible.
Look, he had the backing of our former president Donald Trump, who
Yo.
most of the candidates that he backed did not win in the midterm. The latest
Loaf.
the latest one being Carrie Lake from Arizona. She lost her bid. She lost her bid to become governor. She hasn't given up yet, of course, because she's following the playbook.
Mhm.
And it's actually funny, with all these losses and the infighting that's already starting in the Republican Party with those that were heavy supporters of Trump, that are trying to back away. I mean, you see Mike Pence is on the
Fence.
the talk tour. No, he's on the talk tour right now.
Yeah.
Because because of the book and some of the things that he's saying about his former running rate.
I
running mate
just
have not
can't
been-
wait to
Yeah.
see. I can't wait to see Trump and DeSantis talk shit about each other. Like I'm
Ah.
so ready for
Yeah.
that.
The big winner, the big Republican winner from last week is definitely Ron DeSantis. If anyone really thought that Florida was a battleground state, last week put all of that to bed. Florida is a Republican state.
Right.
Florida has the best Republican ground game in the country. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
their Republican Party is runs it when it comes to elections. And DeSantis has now put his face out there as
So
the potential new face of the party. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Fox News has already dubbed him that, and have backed away from Trump. And it's funny because in about an hour at Mar-a-Lago, Trump is expected to announce his 2024 presidential run. Okay, after all the hits he's been taking, he's doing this now, and it's funny because DeSantis was at the Republican governor's meeting today. All right, and he was just throwing darts and arrows at Trump today without mentioning his name. Well, one of the
Mm-hmm.
main things he said was, "Look at the scoreboard last week, and you tell me what it says."
Yeah.
right. What I think would and I think I heard someone say this while I was watching a little bit of election news, that they were saying Santos is more of like a more intelligent Trump. You know what I'm saying? He's like Trump 2.0. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a better version of,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying?
He's a Tea Partier because
I
he
just
Mhm.
want
came
the mud
he
throwing
yeah
to start.
he came through with the Tea Party in 2010. When he was in the Florida State House. Okay,
Hmm.
so he built from there. He rode the coattails of Trump when he ran. When he ran for governor in 2018. And yeah, and also the way he ran COVID while COVID was going on, which was keep the state open.
Mm-hmm.
That has tracked to him a lot of fans, a lot of support, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of momentum whenever he decides that he is going to run for president. Which
Yep.
which look we are going to see. Okay, and it's funny because what happened, if the Republican power being shown in Florida was the same Democratic power that was being shown in Michigan. When
Hmm.
Gretchen Whitmer, winning a re-election as governor. Okay, after they tried to kidnap and hang her ass,
They
Yeah.
love her.
she won. Okay, she
Mm-hmm.
won. They flipped the state senate. They flipped the house. Okay,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so it looks like right now they're looking like the model of what the ground game should be for the
Yeah.
for the Democrats.
Yeah.
So this was a really interesting midterm look at, and I gotta send a shout out. I gotta send a shout out to someone that I think is could potentially be a future president, and that is the new governor elect of Maryland, that being Wes Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first African American governor of the state of the state of Maryland. Okay, and someone that can really develop a good national platform, and he's already being looked at. He's already being looked at that way. So
I don't necessarily think that would be a good choice for. We just need a good white man for 2024. Like Dems need a good white man for
okay,
2024.
Get us a good wife.
speaking about a good white man, here's the whole thing. Okay, with the lack of normal midterm losses
Mm-hmm.
this cycle around, it kind of makes Uncle Joe stronger for 2000 and for 24. It really does. If you really think about it,
Please.
it does. I know, but I'm sorry. All right,
What?
Bush, no, but Bush, Bush lost seats in his midterm. Obama lost seats twice in the midterm. Trump has lost seats in the midterm. Once as president, once as the overlying ogre of the party. Papa Bush suffered those same losses. Clinton suffered those same losses. Uh, Joe didn't.
I
Joe
don't know if the
hasn't.
average voter looks at that kind of thing though. I don't know if
That's
they do.
yeah. I'll say this, but
That's like stats and talking head shit. I
but
don't think
those
the
but
average
at the
voter
same
pays
time,
attention
but
to
those are
that.
still outliers, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Because if the average, because if you think about it, all right, if if we were going on what we thought the average voter was thinking, the average voter would have been thinking strictly the economy. And usually, when you're thinking strictly the economy, that usually pushes the party in power, out during the midterm. But of course, the Supreme Court threw a monkey in the wrench with Roe v.
Mhm.
Wade,
Mhm.
and that added to this as well. So,
So, have you guys seen where Rupert Murdoch has said that he's not going to support Trump
yep,
in his bid for reelection?
yep.
So, no
Why he look
more.
like his face is
Did
melting?
you no?
So
Did
no
you
more Fox News backing. Like they're not going to be all just like.
He looks like his
no?
face
Did
is
you
melting off.
see? Did you see the Trumpty Dumpty page
Mhm.
on the New York Post, which is Rupert Murdoch, which is Murdoch owned.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're like I said, the push is let's go into a different direction. That
They
direction, like I
basically,
said, being
yeah,
DeSantis.
they're basically turning on
Yeah.
Trump.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's not going to stop it. It's not going to stop him from announcing that he is going to run again. So,
And
Can
I
I
don't
ask you,
know.
can I
Like
ask you a
it,
question real quick? So, why?
mhm.
Because with the investigation going on, can they not prosecute him while he's running? Is that
Yeah,
is that a
yeah, no,
thing?
they can, they can,
Oh,
oh,
they
that's
okay,
my
can.
question too.
Yeah,
Why
okay,
the
they,
why the fuck is Trump not in jail yet in
right.
handcuffs? It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. It makes
Perry, you want to know?
I'm
You
not
know all this
I'm not a
political shit.
conspiracy
long
theorist
game.
by nature,
It's still. I'll
but
say
this
this.
shit makes you wonder why this motherfucker is not in has not been apprehended yet.
Look, I still look at.
Because let me tell you something.
Mm,
Because I'm gonna tell you,
uh-oh.
in order to do that, every fucking T got to be crossed and every
Uh-huh.
dot fucking I got to be dotted. I'm telling you,
Long game.
shit. They're not trying to let this motherfucker go
Uh-huh.
off of
Yep.
nothing,
Long game.
Mhm.
nothing.
Long game.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
get
but
it.
he
So
had classified but he had boxes of classified documents in
the
his house. Like that's enough to at least get him locked up and be able to bail out. Like he's not even been like he's just living his own best life still.
well, that's that Dave Chappelle monologue shit right there.
I was
You
Mhm.
just about to say,
know,
Dave said he,
Yep.
Dave said that shit. Yo.
Dave said he cut up
I
cocaine
stole.
with an Illuminati car.
Yeah.
And look, and y'all motherfuckers with the perfect segue. So, what's
Uh,
next on the headline grab?
We love you,
Chappelle
Dave.
tackles yay anti-Semitism and Trump in SNL monologue. So this was the
Yeah.
third time that Dave Chappelle has hosted Saturday Night Live after an election. Okay, and it's gotten to the point where who's better to host Saturday Night Live after an election? Who else do you want to hear from after an election? And the
Pico de
beautiful,
Gallo.
fuck them
Maybe.
Democrats and them Republicans.
you know, um, and
Nate
you know,
Turner.
and one, I'm actually glad that he kept it with you know, I'm glad he did not go straight into election talk like he
Mhm.
did the first two times. Okay, I mean the discussing Yay, and discussing the latest Ye's antics, especially with anti-Semitism, and having a frank and funny conversation regarding anti-Semitism was needed before moving into the Trump portion of his
Mhm.
monologue. Because I mean, when he started the monologue, I'm sitting up here, I'm like, yo, wait a minute. It's like, yo, it's almost 12 o'clock and he's still talking. He didn't have to me. He didn't have to stop. He could have went.
Yeah.
He could have
Mhm.
went 45 minutes, and it still would have been a great show, and it still would have been a great monologue.
Yeah. Just the reaction from certain groups on this monologue just lets me know that people are, though they claim to be, are not as open eared and open minded as they claim. Um, his Ye is Dave Chappelle's friend,
Hmm.
has been for decades. I'm not sure what these groups of people expected for him to say about his friend, other than exactly what he said.
Right.
So if you go looking for something with closed ears, then you're going to find what you're looking for, no matter what he could have. He could have talked about the pending cold weather, and these motherfuckers still would have been mad that he
Because he
didn't
is.
smash, trash, and bash
Hmm.
his
Yeah.
friend. We all have friends that we categorically disagree with on certain things.
Sure do.
We all have, uh, and what's funny is a lot of the people in these groups, different groups that are bashing Dave Chappelle in general and still trying to cancel him. And we're not fucking canceling Dave Chappelle, but anyway,
But the,
um, a lot
okay.
of these people have fucking family members that they sit across from the table with on a regular basis who are racist pieces of shit.
Right.
And the reason why we are still where we are is that you continue to engage with those people and not educate those people and let those people be the thinkers that they are
Right.
for generations and generations and generations. So I'm like, whatever. I'm so
I kind
sick of this shit,
I kind
yo.
of had this, you know what I mean? I kind of had the same thing like a couple of years ago, like, you know what I'm saying? Where one of my homeboys or whatever, he said some stuff, and somebody got my inbox and was like, "Hey, Bishop, you should talk to your homeboy." And I said, "Yeah, I talked to him about, you know what I mean, chilling out or whatever, but why didn't you put it on social media?" I was like, "Because this is my man's. I'm not gonna air him out the way I aired him out in private on social media because he's my friend.
He's my
You know what I mean?
friend.
I'm not going to
Right.
embarrass him." And you know, the person was like, "You're a coward." I said, "You're the one that's called. You're the one that's in my inbox telling me to chill out. How about you go do something?"
You seen the same post that I seen. Why don't you air him out?
You know what I'm saying? You seen the same. You air them out. You know what I'm saying? Because what is going to happen is me talking to him in private. He's going to take that understanding because it's a one-on-one situation. You know what I'm saying? You want him to air out on social media. Like, no, I'm not going to demonize my homeboy. You know what I mean? It's like this. Yeah, I don't agree with what he said, but again, he's still my man's, and I've known him longer than I've
Mm-hmm.
known you. I have a
Mm-hmm.
loyalty to him. So yeah, I'm not going to separate. But you should be using your platform. First of all, don't ever tell me how to use my damn platform because I built it.
Mm-hmm.
This is my platform. I
Mm-hmm.
put on whatever I want to put on this shit. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not doing enough for you, I don't give a fuck. Because again, I'm not going against my friend.
Are you the joke?
Mhm.
Okay, the joke. The joke isn't about Kanye. The joke isn't about the Jews. The joke is is wrapped in so many layers that
Yes.
Hmm.
the the what I got out of the joke, me personally, what I got out of the joke was it's hard to speak about things that need to be spoken about in a funny light, in a funny sense. The
At
bottom
all,
line,
actually. At
in
all.
at
Because
all,
yeah.
because it's to the point where okay, where can I say these things? Where you know, am I not allowed to say these things out in public? Am I not allowed to say these things in Baskin Robbins? Can I not say these things in Taco Bell? But it's okay to say it at Golden Corral. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's becoming that's what I got out of it. It was like because I know, man, I have so many jokes that teeter on the borderline of, you know what I'm saying, on some
Anti something. It can't be anti
anti
nothing.
something, right? It's anti
Yeah.
something, right? But it's not. What I'm doing is bringing the light to a situation that need to be talked about. So yes, sometimes I play the villain and I'll say some ill shit. That's not how I might say it, but that's not how I am. That's not how I, you know what I'm saying, think about how it is. I need people to stop looking at the surface. Dave Chappelle is a dope writer. His comic style is I, you know, bar none, is the greatest. Um, there's layers in these jokes,
He's an equal opportunity
and
jokester. Like
he
he
talked about
jokes about
everybody. Talked about
everyone.
everybody.
To say these people are these people trying to like cancel South Park because they do the same thing, or Family Guy, or what's the other Bob's Burgers,
Right.
Right.
or any of those other quirky cartoon Matt Groening type shows that basically go down the line and they smack everybody in the face.
Exactly.
Everybody, every culture, every
Every trope.
race, every identity,
Mhm.
every trope. We don't hear these things about those shows.
What it is this right here because somebody read a headline and got a second hand and said this is what they should, you know what I mean, and he even spoke about it in his last one of the two last comedy specials. Like I just explained it to you, this was never about gay people. It was talking about black people the whole time. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You didn't get that because
We already been there. We already
we
did that.
right.
Right?
You didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, like chill out. Like at the end of the day, comics, writers of stories and movies and shit like that, it's like this. It's like this is entertainment. And it's like you wouldn't go, like I was saying the other day, you wouldn't go if I had to tell a story on a film that told a story about a person that didn't like gay people and went out there and killed them, but I told them on the film, I'm absolutely okay to be able to say whatever I want to say in this film area, right? But when it comes down to comedy, why is not that the same case? It's
Yeah.
because I'm a comedian. I'm a lot of these opinions aren't my actual opinions on things. But what I'm doing is right here. But I understand that I'm smart enough and I'm brilliant enough to be able to write a joke first of all, and then turn it on the side to see what's the funniest angle that I could come with this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do I need to be on top of the situation, or do I need to be in the gutter for it? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And sometimes you got to say the gutter. You got to be in the gutter to make the joke funny so people can laugh at it. And what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to come in and be like, I understand this person is joking. He's not attacking. Dave Chappelle is not attacking a whole group of people. What it is, baby, you're too sensitive and you don't want your because I've seen what people have done this. And Tico could probably say you could say a deadbeat. You could say a dead Jesus joke or that Jesus is not real joke. But then you say something, and then that might offend people that are religious in the crowd. But you get that laugh. But then when we talk about your group, then you don't think it's funny. But you was just laughing
Mm-hmm.
at this group.
Yep. Yep.
It don't make
Absolutely.
no sense.
And people today are so entitled. Everyone has a fucking platform, right? They
Mhm.
feel like, and then those platforms converge with other people who think the same fucked up way as you do. So you feel even more validated than you did prior to social media bringing all of these different viewpoints together on one platform, and them able to be big, basically have little breakout sessions of their own viewpoints. And people
Man,
feel so entitled today that their viewpoint needs to be taken into consideration. And I live my life by do no harm, but don't take no shit. I won't do anything to harm you, but I'm also not responsible for how you carry on your life, right? So, comedians and a lot of other black based entertainment basically um gets this gets this extra set of stipulations that other forms of entertainment don't have. They are comedians. They are going to look at life as a whole and then I'll break it down to its very simple base and the funniest things about life. Like laugh to keep from crying has been a thing forever, right?
Mhm.
But they seem to get um the hardest hit with this entitlement of other to taking every there's 1,000 people in an arena and every one of those people every one of those people has a different opinion about something, and if the comedian offends any one of those styles, who the fuck can do that?
Right.
Who can do that? No one. So take your
Yeah.
averages and go on about your business.
All I know
Yeah.
is this right here.
Mm-hmm.
The game is changing so much. I have decided to become one of the best fucking my fuck. You know,
Kids bop
I'm just
comedian.
dude. I am just about to just do knock knock jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be the point where you know what I'm saying. That's about to be the safest shit I could do. But I probably couldn't do that because motherfuckers be offended because I'm knocking on their door and not ringing their fucking ring. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't call
So
first because you didn't
I didn't
call
call
first.
first and let them know. You know what I'm saying? To let them know that I didn't hit the ring tone. Boop, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that shit is. So yeah, man. So it's fucking. It's I don't know. It's a thin line. Uh, so I mean, I man,
Look,
fuck them all, man.
uh,
It's to the point where you know you're like fuck them all, bro.
you know, because here's a problem. Here's my always problem. If you disagree with it, you don't have to silence it. Okay, because when you silence it, you take away the opportunity to have conversation. Simple as that.
Shit, they do that shit. They might as well fucking damn cancel the whole fucking damn 80s and 90s.
Hey, talking about that
But hey, the show
70s.
was excellent. I howled the entire fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta admit, these sketches this time around hit better than the
Yeah.
Hmm.
sketches did
Hmm.
the
Could it
last
be the
couple of
missing
times
writers,
around.
perhaps?
Possibly
Mm.
allowing people to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Black Heaven was the best.
Oh my
Black
God.
Heaven and House of Dragon.
House of
House
Dragon
of the
House
was
of
was
Dragon.
Dragon
crazy.
joint was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Now
So what do you
definitely
guys
Black
say
Heaven.
about like so it's kind of going back to a point that Bishop was making, like some of the headlines were saying in the wake of this SNL monologue, some of the headlines were saying that the fact that I guess Dave didn't get on there and just like eviscerate Kanye, the headlines are saying that, you know, people are upset that he's normalizing anti-Semitism by, I guess, by omission, by the fact that he did not repudiate Kanye.
That's some made up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I no, I would agree. I would agree. Uh,
Projection.
mm,
Projection. People project their own shit on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. Like people will go out there, have an idea, and then project that idea upon you because they're feeling the way they're feeling. Like, and it's just like,
mm,
yo, chill the fuck out. And at the end of the day, if you know what I'm saying, if you if and it's like if you just take the time out and take a step back and look at what's really being told instead of getting in your feelings all the time, then you will understand. Like, oh, he's got to be saying this because this is what it is, because you already have that in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If he doesn't do
Absolutely.
this, then this is what it is. Like you probably had that conversation already. If Dave Chappelle doesn't go out there and uh make fun of Kanye West and roast him, then he's an anti-Semite. He's normalizing it. He's got to be normal, and that's the conversation you had before. You had that on Tuesday before Saturday Night Live even aired. So it's like this. Like at the end of the day, you're trying to get clickbait. You want to get those people
mhm.
that want to see it, and that's all it is. But I
Yeah.
think what it is, and I want to disagree with Tico. Something he said. It's like, no, brother, don't don't stop. Don't never stop being you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like this. Because your style of jokes have to be those style of jokes. Ain't nobody else there to tell them.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Ain't nobody else there to tell your type of jokes. Dave Chappelle is fearless. If we know anything about it, it's like, yo, fuck y'all. I'm still gonna tell these jokes because guess
That's right.
what? Some of us get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We not this. You know, the squeaky wheels in the room always get the oil, but you know what I'm saying. Some of us in a room full of non-squeaky wheels, we get it. Like, okay, y'all holler and be all sensitive and shit like that. You know what we gonna do? You're a child having a tantrum. So what we're going to do, as you're having your little tantrum on the floor in the middle of the grocery store, we're going to step over you and
Keep it
keep
moving.
on shopping. And
Mm-hmm.
your little ass will get up and come when you ready.
Mhm.
You know, it was funny. I was
Or not.
during
Or
Or
the
not.
not.
yeah, but during the monologue, uh, while it was going on, I did make a point to go on to social media and mainly go on to Twitter and mainly, uh, you know, follow Chappelle trending just to see what the majority of the comments were. And the majority of the comments were, "This is genius. This is funny. I'm Jewish, and this is and this is hilarious. He's dead on." Okay. The normalization comment came a day later after
In
the
the think
yep
pieces. Everybody got to have a think
anti
piece.
after the anti defamation league mentioned something. That was the that's when I saw the normalization. Uh, you know,
The thing about it
comparison.
is, yo. The thing about it is, he, yo, how much more do you want him to rag on Kanye? I mean, he talked about the shit. He was a billionaire for a motherfucking,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And then one day he won't. He
Yeah.
talked about the motherfucker. He said Kanye said that, you know what I'm saying? Why you wearing that chain? Only millionaires wear that chain. I'm a billionaire. I don't have to wear
Mm-hmm.
my chain.
But
And
you
then he
pull your
pulled the
chain back out.
chain out. He pulled the chain back out. Welcome back,
Mm-hmm.
nigga. You
Or,
know what I'm saying? You back.
or the one when he
You know what I'm saying?
or the one when he said, I know, normally support Kanye, but then when I saw the tweet and saw that Def Con,
Yeah,
It was
Def
on
Con
three.
I
4,
had to sit
I
back.
said, "I had
That's
to sit
it. Let's
back."
sit back.
Oh, he
He
wasn't
was
supposed to
being
laugh at that though. That
honest.
wasn't
Right.
He
funny.
was being honest.
Right.
Okay, that was an honest assessment of what was going on. Going on with his friend. And my favorite, and my favorite was, Ye's done so much he got Kyrie Irving in trouble.
Yeah, he did. Yo, that
Oh
shit
yeah,
was
oh yeah, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. The timing on that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Right.
Timing on that was beautiful, yo.
extremely, and
Everybody saying I'm sorry.
yeah. I mean, and even in the look, and even in the Kyrie sense, okay, just to go off on Kyrie real quick. What Kyrie is going through is an accumulation. Okay, it's not, and been trying to explain this in conversations. It's not just because of what he sent and um and him not apologizing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it was about it's about an accumulation of stuff that he has done or put himself in the middle of for the past 4 years.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And this
yeah.
was just
Yeah.
this was just one other thing.
I
But
agree.
look, yeah, the Chappelle monologue once again, dead on spot, dead on spot on. Can't wait to see him hosting this show in November of 2000, probably with November the
He said
second
see
or
y'all
second
next
week.
week.
Yep, so November of 2024. That
Oh,
should
and
be the
Black
next
Stars at
time
Blue
we
Note
do.
tonight, y'all.
Ooh, okay, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Okay, this is the spoiler portion of the show. If you don't, if you're sensitive about spoilers, we don't care. We're gonna talk Wakanda forever.
I want to start first of all with all these damn water Mexicans. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah,
Mexican. Key, really,
He said water Mexicans.
really. Okay, okay.
I'll bring him back.
I'm bringing them back.
it was a
I'm bringing
joke,
them back.
folks. It was a joke.
Who took him back out?
And I just put him back in.
No, I said I'll bring him back. Stop touching
Thank you.
buttons.
Stop it. Stop it. See, again, you muted, Rob.
You see my
You,
mutant powers. You all
you're
thought I
muted.
was going to say something like that. You all thought that I would say something like that. But
I stole
my
Tico's light. I
my mutant power has transformed, had transcended all the way over there.
Hey
He
Rob,
grabbed.
I did him
Right.
like this. I backpedaled on him and I said, let me get that.
He took it. He took it. You all thought that I
Right.
would say something like that,
Oh man.
He just
even
beat
though
you.
I said, you know what I'm
He
saying.
just beat you to the punch. That's all it was.
I mean, no,
That's all it was.
it's
That's all it
pretty
was.
much piggybacking on my snow Mexicans. You know what I'm saying, Eskimos. So
You motherfucker.
We are about
Y'all,
demonetization.
y'all about to get us knocked out like midstream, yo.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Stop it. Okay.
All
That
right,
was me. That was me,
that was
King.
him.
Okay. That was me,
Oh,
King.
okay.
Okay.
I was like, what
All
did
right.
I
But
do?
but honestly, I'm gonna back it up because I really want to say this right here. If the overlying arc in
Mhm.
Wakanda forever is this right here,
Yo,
the
could y'all
fact
stop?
that
One of y'all do it and leave it alone, please.
Harry, I will put Tico back in, okay?
Damn.
Stop touching buttons.
all right,
All right.
so what I really wanted to say on that, but the overall arc of that I got from Wakanda Forever is like if you brown and black people, African Americans, and our Latino X community, if we there is nothing more powerful in our separation, right? We're separate and we're powerful by ourselves. But if we get together, mm-mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? This is like this. Mm-mm-mm.
Oxtail tacos.
That's what I'm saying. It's something about it. There's something about it. You know what I'm saying? Collard green empanadas. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be something there. And I think what it was, it kind of showed that. And I enjoyed the way that brought in, they represented with Neymar being a Latino X and how it showed the power first. It showed how powerful they were. They didn't come in evil. They didn't
And the
come in
glimmer of unity. There was a
right.
glimmer of unity there.
Because again, when they went to there, he wasn't not polite. He treated her like royalty.
Hmm.
He treated her like royalty. He spoke to her as he was even funny. He was like, yeah, you can't go to the depths because it is a tuck book, but we got a suit for that. It was hilarious. I giggled. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It showed levity. And he was saying that, and if you looked at the scene for scene, their city was just like Wakanda was in Black Panther 1. Like how they shot it, it was showing you that this
The
lifestyle
similarities. Mhm.
is we're so similar, right? We're different. Yeah, we're different, but the same shit goes on. You know what I mean? All they needed was Bad Bunny to be dancing in the middle of the street, and then you know what I'm saying?
Black money?
Like Bad Bunny, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He
Oh,
just doing that
oh,
shit right
Bad
there.
Bunny. Thought you
So
meant
it's like
Cash
like how they
Money.
did Wale. You know what I'm saying? You know, they just shot Wale. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's what it is.
Well,
So
Wouldn't he be swimming? He'd be swimming in
going
and blue
and blue.
and blue.
no, he only blew when they went out of the water. They only blew when they
Mhm.
out of the water.
Right. Remember on that water.
Yeah. Yo, it's like this, man. Um, I enjoyed it a lot. Uh, good movie, great movie. Yeah, good
It was an
movie.
excellent. It was good.
Yeah.
It was an excellent.
Uh, but I say that to say this, that it was dope on so many other levels. It was dope on. It was well respected. They didn't talk about the illness. They didn't tell why how he died. They just called it the illness. You feel me?
Why were there no Avengers at his funeral though?
Well, hey, let me tell you something. Ever since that thing happened, with
With Bucky.
the snapping
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
Thanos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
ain't trying to deal with white folks that much. It was bad enough they
No,
had to go there. You know what I'm saying? They
but
won't fucking white
Tigo,
folks like that, yo.
even after that, okay, Bucky kind of, if you look at Falcon and Winter Soldier, okay, Bucky kind of messed up that relationship with with Baron Nemo, okay, and because you remember when the daughter,
Neymar?
huh? No, when
No, not
Nemo. No, I'm
him.
talking about
Mr.
Baron Nemo.
Oh, I'm
Baron
sorry.
Nemo.
I thought you
Okay.
called
Shut up.
Neymar
No, no,
Nemo.
no.
Like
Baron Nemo.
Finding
Okay.
Nemo.
When the Dora went after him in was it in Prague? In
Mhm.
Prague, because they had snatched your boy and they were like, "Look, what are you doing? You know we gave you that arm. Come on." Okay.
Yeah, well,
So
he was the White Tiger
yeah,
or the
a
White
White
Panther or
Wolf,
whatever,
White
White
Wolf,
Wolf or
White
whatever
Wolf.
you call him. Yeah.
So that kind of that kind of frayed things a little bit, and yeah, they probably didn't they probably didn't want to deal with that many white people roaming around like before. So
But look here, man. Look, all that ties in for the whole Thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows how to get into Wakanda, it would be Bucky. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But let's talk about Wakanda. So let me tell you, I I saw it twice, and I was geeking when me and Key went to go see it. That's the second time I went to go see it. So I was
mhm.
geeking, and I was like, "Ooh, ah, ah." And she was looking at me like, "What the fuck? Shut up." You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So like at the beginning when Angela Bassett, you know what I'm saying, she had dreads and her dreads was like flowing long. And a year later, you saw her hair was short cut. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand, you know what I'm saying, the traditions of having locks or the Rastafarian, you know what I'm saying, type of religion, or you wouldn't understand that when you lose somebody of loss like that, you cut your dread, you cut all that off, and you start anew. Yo, it was so much blackness in this thing, yo,
Mm-hmm.
that I just kept picking up on stuff, picking up on stuff, picking
Mm-hmm.
up on stuff, and then you took me to a whole nother level to this Aztec, you know what I'm saying,
Thank you,
civilization,
Well,
thank you.
which I knew a little about.
right.
But now that you now that you had intervened, you know what I'm saying, that you have put one of my favorite characters, you know what I'm saying, Namor, and made him, you know what I'm saying, Aztec. Yo, I'm digging into that. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really digging in. I'm like, yo, the similar, yo, it's bugged out, yo. Kudos to the writers and all that good stuff. I only say that it's not a great movie because there was no, there was only one standout character that really worked for me, and that was Angela Bassett.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And kudos to for her for not losing that accent like she did in the first one. So,
Yeah.
She worked on
so
it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. Kudos
I,
to that. But there was really no standout characters, and I even thought that Namor would be more of a standout character because I loved the way that they had him, but I wanted him because he lived for so long. He's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have more of an arrogance upon him, like you know what I'm saying. You are way beneath me. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Tico, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because this is where this is where the deep comic nerd comes in. All right.
D comic nerd, D comic
Yes,
nerd, D comic.
yes, yes. Namor, the Submariner, is one of my favorite characters in Marvel Comics. Okay, and one of the things that makes him one of my favorites is that arrogance. Namor is arrogant as fuck. Okay, remember, comic fans, this is this is the guy that took Sue Richards from Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, and can take Sue Richards from Mr. Fantastic at any moment that he wants to.
It's that fish pheromone,
Yeah,
son.
thank you. Any moment that he wants to. This is Marvel Comics' first mutant, really first mutant, which I'm glad
I'm glad they
they
dropped that
used
Easter egg.
it in the movie. This is one of
Yep.
Marvel Comics' first mutants. Okay,
Yep.
and think about it. In the comics, he would never join the X-Men as long as Professor X was running it. Okay, but the minute Cyclops flipped, what did Namor do? He joined the X-Men. Okay, he joined the X-Men because he saw a powerful vision. Okay, uh,
He came out in yo, 1571.
Yep.
It's
but even
2022 now. That brother's 451
thank you.
years old.
and,
Mm-hmm.
and
He has
still
every right he has every fucking right to be, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you.
Exactly.
He's supposed to have that fuck you attitude, son.
Exactly. You are all supposed to be beneath me.
Right.
Remember, he was a part of the Illuminati, and
Mm-hmm.
he looked his nose down on Professor X. He looked his nose down on T'Challa. He looked his nose down on he looked his nose down on
Reed
on Mr.
Richards.
Fantastic, Reed
Right.
Richards. I can have your woman, please. And he looked down on Tony Stark's.
The only person he
But
liked in the Illuminati was Donald Trump because he had, like, you know what I'm saying,
he had the
golf
good
courses.
cocaine.
He
Okay.
had
Yeah,
good
good.
golf
Okay.
courses at the golf courses over there by the waterfall.
But one thing, but I think some of that arrogance did come through because where he was I think he was one of those characters like, yo, he didn't mince words. He
No.
said, "Hey, make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or I'm gonna whip your ass." Like it's like it's one of those things. It's like
Pretty
I was
much.
gonna make it
Right.
for you. Like, listen, you make good peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I understand you get the jelly from and the peanuts from here, and the bread is from France. Can you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, please, before I whip your ass? And it's like this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Why you gotta whip my
Damn
ass?
it, Namor.
Right?
Damn it.
He ain't gonna say gimme. I'm just
And,
making a promise for you. If this peanut butter jelly sandwich is not made, it's gonna be some ass whipping going on.
and I'm glad they kept it true to form
Mhm.
with him being as strong as the Hulk. He
Mhm.
is.
Oh yeah,
I was just
Hands
about
down.
to say he's
Hands
Hulk
down.
level strength
Yes.
in the water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know,
Which
but that's the
which
only
is
thing that
extra
I
hard
right. That's
Who-
scientifically.
What'd you say?
Extra hard. Yeah,
It's
extra
extra
hard.
hard to
Extra
be
hard in that
stronger.
water.
Extra hard
Look,
to be
but look,
Especially in the
no,
but
that's
that's
water.
the, but that's
opposite.
Especially
that's
in the
the
water.
but that's
Yeah.
the only things that I had about, like, uh, I'm not body shaming the dude whatsoever. I'm not doing that
Yes,
whatsoever.
you are. You're
I'm
about
not.
to.
No, I'm
Go
not.
ahead.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not body shaming him, and I'm not body shaming Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to think, like, when you're in the water and you're swimming like that, did I say mimosa, like drinking like
Yeah, you
mimosa,
did.
whatever
You
his name
did.
is.
I
You
was
You know
gonna
what I'm
did.
let it
saying?
go.
You know what I'm saying? So
Momoa.
I called it mimosa with an S, whatever. It's two of them, Aquamans, water dudes. So
Aquaman.
look, water world. So look, um, they're in the water all the time. So I'm thinking that their body should be slender. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But the dude was dope who played Namor. Yo, he freaked it, and yo, and I'm telling you, he was rocking with them ankles. He was breaking niggas ankles. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
So
when
Until
it,
it's
until
what it
she
is,
until
bro.
she pulled one of them damn things off his ankle. When she
yeah.
pulled that damn wing off him, he was a little upset. He's like, oh, oh, she got my ankle.
Yeah, you gotta look at the wings in the back, man. They were kind of dirty in the back. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was flapping. They were a little dirty in the tip of the feathers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They look like pigeon wings. I don't know.
Look, the actor that played him, Tina Character, huge fan of his he was a part of the cast of Narcos Mexico. Okay, so it was a huge fan of his. When I heard that he was getting the role of Namor, yeah, I was intrigued to see how he would pull it off. And to me, it was, I mean, it was near flawless. It really
Mhm.
was near
He did well.
flawless.
He
That
did
was
Now,
good.
great. I
He did good.
enjoyed his character.
But
now,
I'm gonna tell you one thing, P. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna tell you one thing, bro. You know, there was talks about The Rock was supposed to
I'm
play
glad you
Namor,
brought that up.
Wow.
right?
Glad you brought that
There was
up.
parts
Yep.
of him and Troy. Now I can see The Rock playing him,
Mm.
and I can see The Rock playing Black Adam. But the only thing that I have, the issue that I have with him, is that he will play them as The Rock.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Oh
like
yeah.
Denzel
You know
Washington.
what I'm
They each
saying?
play themselves in different
Right.
roles. Like
Mhm.
he's
Because
very
he was
good.
Black Adam. Black Adam was supposed to say him to have that same attitude, that same,
Mhm.
like, royal, like, you're
He
way
can play
beneath
both
me
though.
type joint. No, I'm just saying he didn't even reach for that. It was like, I'm The
Mhm.
Rock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been living for I've been around here for 1,000 years. But look, I'm talking to you like I've just, you know what I'm saying? Like I just went to fucking damn public school with your ass and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know,
Yeah,
for your no,
he's
you're
one
not.
of those actors
Yeah,
that
you
they're
feel
the
me?
same. They play the same.
Yeah.
It's the same
Right.
person in different roles.
Right. He's a
Mhm.
dope. Physically, I see
Right.
it.
Mhm.
I was just having a discussion with someone about how Denzel Washington is that person. Was it? It wasn't you, Tico. I forgot who it was. And then I took my phone out and I showed them a clip from Macbeth
Uh-huh.
on Apple TV. It ain't nobody but Denzel Washington reciting
Thank you,
Shakespeare
thank you. But I mean Denzel. But even with Denzel, he's been playing Denzel. He's been playing
forever.
Denzel forever. If
Yeah,
you look, if you look at Denzel in Virtuosity, and you look at Denzel in what was the
A
movie
man
with
called
Deja vu.
Quinn.
no,
A
not
man
that
called
one.
Quinn.
Not that one.
A
Not
man
that.
called.
Don Q.
No, not even Don Q. The one with him and Ice T and John
Ricochet.
Lithgow.
Ricochet.
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 Same character.
Go
Same
Key.
I can't
character.
believe I
Same character.
Go
Okay.
Key.
Devil in
Same
blue
character.
dress the whole time. You know what I'm
Same
saying?
character. Same
Oh yeah.
character. Same
see
dude.
most of them. See
Yeah.
most of them. He's
That's
Yeah.
saying
Key.
he does
What I'm
that. They
saying
Yeah.
is
walk the
right
same
here.
way.
Same dude.
You don't hire Denzel unless you want Denzel to Denzel. That's one of the situations.
Correct.
It's like Morgan
Walk
Freeman.
walk the
You don't
same.
get Morgan Freeman, not Morgan Freeman, and you're for real.
Nah,
No.
Morgan Freeman is a little more
I
malleable
don't
as
know
far
now.
as his
Morgan
character
Freeman.
goes.
Morgan
Yeah, it's been
Freeman.
for a while.
Y'all ain't got
What's
to
that?
It's been a
voice
Morgan
while.
Freeman.
me.
It's been a
What
while.
movie
It's
was
been a
that?
while. You
What
know,
movie was that? Schindler's List. What movie was that? When he was in prison?
Shawshank
Uh,
Redemption.
Shawshank
Shawshank
Redemption.
Shawshank
Redemption. Yeah.
Redemption. And, it's you listen to that, and then you listen to what I'm saying, Electric Company. It's the same.
It's all
Okay.
Same
All
no.
shit.
right.
It's
All
the
right.
same
Look.
voice,
All
not the
right. All
character.
right. All right. Back in Wakanda Forever. What did you think of the introduction of Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams,
I'm
aka
excited about
Ironheart?
this series that's
I
coming.
like
I'm
it.
excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I
Listen,
want more. I want more.
Riri was the blackest person in there. You know
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
why? Because when Shuri took the heart shaped herb, right, and she punched that mannequin, she asked every question, and anyone else on the straight to table to ask, "Can I get some of that too?" Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
saying? Like, yo, let me because there's so
Let
much
me get
left in
that.
the bowl. Like, it's a
Yeah,
little bit. It's so
yeah,
much
yeah,
left in the bowl. You ain't use it
yeah.
all. Give me some of that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like at the end of the
And plus,
day.
they did it. What did they make it with a fucking 3D printer and shit?
So
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
please, can I
Yeah.
get some?
let me get some of
Yeah.
Let me
that.
get some of that.
I appreciate that.
I'm
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
about the series. It seems like Marvel really is heading towards like like the female characters.
2023 gonna be all
Uh huh.
females, bro.
It's gonna
Women.
be like all females in 2023. So
Can,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that.
can I say
How
this
that
right here?
comes
And I'm
about.
sorry, not and because I feel like I'm talking too much on y'all shit. But I went there. I was sitting next to my daughter, man,
Mm-hmm.
and while we were watching this, and I was like this. Oh my god! It's not just a black superhero that looks like her. It's a female. It was like every female that was present was super strong.
Mhm.
Was super strong. I'm talking about like they were like even Namor's mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
this. There were examples of strong females
Mama
of all
Angela.
ages,
Hmm.
right? And it was just like,
Kicking
you know
ass.
what? Fuck. It was beautiful to see it. It's like this. I'm glad I'm at a place where I'm woke enough to understand what they did there. I'm woken up to
Mhm.
say, yo, these women are strong, and we didn't need a man to save us.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even
Yeah.
M'Baku was served. First of all, M'Baku, when he called her a bald head demon, I peed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wet their seats up. Your
Yeah.
bald headed demon.
So hot. Can we talk about how hot he
Yo,
is?
man. But
Wilson
have y'all figured have
Lester is my dream bae.
yeah, man. She
Oh
was
my
over here. Yo,
god.
she was over here like, you know what I'm saying? I
Sheesh.
don't know what all I know is she was moving right and left. I don't know what was going on in her seat. But look, have
Well,
you
you
noticed that
mean like old girl in the Five Heartbeats?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. You know, it was a good thing we have reclining seats. That's all I can say. So look, all I know is this, yo. Did you really peep the end? Did you really peep the end
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
when M'Baku went down and he was like, yo, the Black Panther cannot come, so I come to challenge. So that
Mhm.
right there meant that he went to challenge the Black Panther right then and there.
Mhm.
He is now the king of
Yeah,
Wakanda.
he is.
Mhm.
While Shuri goes out and Black Panthers and does whatever she has to do, you know what
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
saying, to
Mhm.
find out who and what she has, you know what I'm saying, going on with
Uh,
this
So
whole
y'all
joint,
can
yo.
tell
can
me
I?
about the sun though. Is the
But the
sun in
son,
the
but see,
comic book?
Yeah,
but that's how you get a new Black Panther,
named
Mhm.
T'Challa.
and you get a new Black Panther, the king of Wakanda, because he has to come
Mm-hmm.
back and he has to challenge M'Baka
Wilson.
for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
joint.
I
You
mean,
Uh,
feel me?
it can,
Baku.
I just want to circle back to what Bishop said about the strong black female presence in this movie. Okay, I was a couple of days ago, during Black Panther 2 weekend, um, columnist Jason Whitlock.
Why, Perry? Why you got to bring
No,
him up?
I'm sorry. I gotta bring this up because I gotta ask you what you think of this comment. Okay, this was his tweet 3 days ago. Sitting through 2 hours and 40 minutes of Black Panther 2 was torture. Let me save you the time. The movie hates black men, America, and the patriarchy. Racial, racial idolatry is its selling point. Nothing else.
He sounds just like these fucking white people in the comments of articles about the movie that say if there was an all if they actually fixed their fucking fingers to type shit like if there was an all white cast and it would be racist.
Pick
Nigga,
one.
there's always been an
Pick
all
one.
white cast.
Pick
There's
one.
always been patriarchy.
Mm.
Just shut the fuck up. Full stop.
But what are your thoughts on a? I mean, everyone else. I mean, what are your thoughts on a on a comment like that to sit through this movie for 2.5 hours and that's what you
He hates
derive?
black people and he hates black women. What do you
Hmm.
mean? What are my thoughts?
Mm.
We know that
What I'm
already.
saying, I'm a black ass man. I'm a black
I'm talking
ass.
about him
Can
though.
I say
Like
this right here? Can I say it right here? I'm a black ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand who the fuck I am, and I understand the presence that I walk in a room and how I change shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. I'm a full on black ass, what they white call an alpha male, right? And I understood what the movie was for. It was for our little girls to say, "Hey, you can do this." I'm like, "Fuck that." I don't care who the fuck is superhero. First of all, this is a superhero. Or Wakanda don't exist. There ain't no motherfucker in the sea with wings on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I understand it's a movie, but it's a message. It's saying we have representation. And guess what? Sorry, white people. Sorry, y'all got Superman, Batman, and
not
three
sorry.
other you know what I'm saying? Three
Not
other
sorry at
motherfuckers.
all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
I'm
sorry
not
that your
apologizing.
butt hurt, but guess what? Y'all the same people that don't want Ariel to be black. You know why? That most of your superheroes and all that stuff are white? It's because black they couldn't sell black comic books in the 60s. You stupid motherfuckers. Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Marvel needed to make money.
And it
You know what I'm
costs
saying?
money. It costs money for those color pictures.
Exactly.
Hence why the Incredible Hulk was not green when he first came out. He was gray because they couldn't afford the green color.
The green
No
paint.
bullshit.
They
Mhm.
they could
No
they couldn't even
bullshit.
they
Yep,
couldn't
that's
even make
real.
they couldn't even make brown shit. They couldn't even make brown comic books. So at the end of the day, if you in the comments and all that stuff, it was the own white cast. Fuck you. Hollywood had a Cleopatra was Elizabeth Taylor. Suck my whole dick. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you want to talk about whitewashing. You know what I mean? Don't come with me that bullshit. And Jason Whitlock, yo, for real, choke on the peanut. Choke on the
Yo,
peanut,
you see
close to
that
death.
movie? You see that movie Egyptian the God? What's that? Egyptian God? You see that joint?
Yeah.
Whatever that joint is. You
Right.
seen
They're
that?
all
But guess
white.
what? I wasn't even mad at gods of Egypt. You know why?
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
what it is.
told
Gods of
they,
Egypt. Yeah.
what they did was this. They said Egypt, it was a different planet in a different universe. They just called it to say, okay, fuck it. It was still an alright movie. Fuck it. Chadwick was in
Man,
that shit
fuck
too.
that shit. Hell no, man.
You know what I'm
I was,
saying?
I
Fuck
was
it.
mad at that, and I was mad at Batman for being Noah.
I'll walk away with that. And I'm just gonna yes, you're right.
Man, he was beating rocks. He was beating rocks.
You
He
know.
was
But
beating
I mean,
rocks. Rock
he
monsters.
espouses the same tropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like the same. It's
The
that
same
is
shit. The
just
same shit. Fuck you,
Jason
Whitlock.
Whitlock, Jason Whitlock, and you know
Can
what
I
I'm
say this
saying?
right here? There's a certain portion of men out there. There's a certain portion of men out there, right? And I'm you know what I'm saying that pee on their balls when they we go to the bathroom.
I
You're
can't.
welcome for that.
I can't. I
No,
cannot.
Look,
no,
it's
I
like
get
this, yo.
that totally.
But have you noticed this though? That in Hollywood, these movies that come out, you have Avatar about to come out, right?
Mhm.
They
Let's be
blue.
real. Let's take it what it is. Let's say what it is. It's
Talk that shit,
cowboys and
boy.
Indians. Cowboys and Indians, right?
Talk that shit, boy.
Cowboys
Hmm.
and Indians.
Talk
Whites
that
against
shit.
Indians.
Talk
Whites
that
beat
shit.
Indians.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, right?
Right.
You'll never ever see a movie where it portrays blacks against whites, like a race
Like a race war.
riot, like a race war. You'll never see that. You'll see them. You'll see us go against browns. You'll
Mm-hmm.
see us to go against Asians.
Yeah, we were
You'll
talking
see us
about that
all to go
during the
around
movie.
that right there. You know what I'm saying? But you would
Mhm.
never see. They showed the might of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we know what you're doing and we see what you're doing, but at the
Yep.
same token,
And
it's
and
that
the
it's
might
that
and, and
same
the might of Atlantis.
and the
Excellent.
massive Atlantic, but it's the
Never did
same,
they
but it's the
combine to
same
fight
shit
the
though,
common
Keith. But it's
enemy.
the
Enemy.
same shit.
Enemy.
We are the most forgiving motherfucking race out
Mm-hmm.
this bitch, yo.
Right.
You mean to tell me that you coming over here, breaking in my motherfucking house, going in my refrigerator, grabbing my brisket that I cooked, and you gonna eat that shit in my fucking face, and I'm gonna fucking bring you to your house and be like, yo, your motherfucking kids was in my motherfucking house in my refrigerator? Fuck no. Fuck no.
You really have some brisket over there?
Yeah, I do.
But you know what?
Yeah.
But what it did, I like this part though too, because Sherry could have killed that motherfucker.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Super could have. Guess what? Namor would be not alone. But guess what? Umbaka said one thing. He said, "Whoa, if we kill him, he not a general. He not a king. They think he's a god."
Oh,
Exactly.
So what it is this right here. First of all, shout out to for my Latino ex people for being called a god on film. You know what I'm saying? You know how powerful that is to be called a god. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. So and what it was a smarter heads prevailed, right? It's like, yeah, because if I kill this mug, hold on. He said, if you try to stop my army, I got an army for every blade. I got a person for every blade of grass in Wakanda. And it showed it. And it showed it. So you got super strong ass. All I know is diesel shit. You know what I'm saying? All I know is diesel shit. You got a river running through your shit. We coming to fuck shit up. So you're gonna have to deal with that unless you move
We
Wakanda
will
into
find you. Yep.
right.
Mhm.
So
let
it
me tell
was
you,
a great fucking ploy
yo,
on not doing that shit. So
let me tell you how dope this shit gets, yo. So, I get nerdy with this shit. So when I was like trying to figure out like, well, where's Wakanda at? And I showed the map. Wakanda's not near water, like near like the coast or anything, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, what the fuck? But it is near Rwanda, like in the map, like on the map, it's near like Rwanda.
mm-hmm,
So there's a big lake right there.
mm-hmm,
Mhm.
And they said, oh boy, the one with the, what I'm saying, the lip joint, the one with the big lip, you know what I mean?
Who,
mm-hmm.
He
who
was
who
like,
had a
yo,
lot of lines in this movie, by
yeah,
the
he
way.
Shut
did.
up,
Too
He
many.
said he
Too
said
many
he was
lines.
right. He said that he swam about like 100 and something, like 100 something kilometers or some shit like that right there, right? So I'm like, what the fuck?
You
Where
think
did
he
where did
took
he
the?
come
You
from?
think he takes that thing out of his
He
lip?
took he took the
Where he-
Nile, yo.
Oh.
Namor took the Nile River. Yo, they broke this shit down. This motherfucker took the Nile. That nigga swam from the Nile. He swam through the Nile River to get
Mm.
to Wakanda to find out the you know what I'm saying, the under bottom joints to get to Wakanda, yo. Shit is fucking crazy, yo. Big ups to the writers. Big ups because
Mhm.
because this is not like people can just sit here and just write some shit and motherfuckers be like, okay, I'm gonna believe it. Like you really got some nerdy dudes out here that's really out here tracking and seeing what you saying is, could
Right.
possibly, what I'm
Right.
saying, be real.
I don't
And
know
big ups to that, yo.
how much do y'all think this moved the MCU storyline though? I don't think it was a whole. I think for the most part it was a tribute
It
to
was.
Chadwick
It
Boseman
it was a
in the
tribute.
best possible way,
Yeah, it was a
but it didn't
tribute.
move it a whole lot.
I don't think it. I'll say this. I don't think it moved it a whole lot. However, it laid some groundwork. Okay. Once
Mhm.
again, we got the introduction to Riri, so we know how Ironheart series is coming up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm.
When got with the agent's name, he's getting. Well, one of the biggest things foundations that it laid
And his wife used
was
to sexually abuse him.
not only that, but Julie Louise Dreyfus's
Yes.
character,
Uh-huh.
Madam Hydra
I
character,
saw a whole hate post
yeah,
about her
yeah,
today. Like so
the
many
Madam
things.
Hydra character, and moving her influence in the MCU forward even more,
Mhm.
especially since we are getting a Thunderbolts movie. Okay, so now you see her, now you see how you see more how influential her character is when the agent got arrested,
Hmm.
and and
which was her husband,
yeah, and
ex-husband. Sorry.
ex husband, and and Okoye
I like one of
broke
my
him out.
Yeah.
Okay, you saw a lot of seeds planted from the deal that director Ryan Coogler signed with with Disney to produce Wakanda based MC, Disney Plus series.
So
You
I
saw a
got a
lot
question
of
for
that being laid. You saw a lot of that being laid. You saw a lot of that being laid down in the last 15 minutes of the movie.
you. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say this too. So, and to speak to Key's question, this film, right, was a rewrite.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that. So
absolutely.
this film
Mhm.
was a rewrite. He had to rewrite this film to keep to keep the because the film was already he already had that. So first of all,
Hmm.
when people say this, me and my brother was talking about this. He's like, "Yo, this is the rewrite. Imagine what the actual we enjoyed the rewrite where he had to
Mhm.
scramble to get this story out.
Yeah.
Imagine what the actual story was,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what
So
I
then,
wonder? You know what I wonder about that actual story, the
mhm,
original. Okay, since they had to do a rewrite, I wonder did the original include Storm?
but guess
Exactly.
what? But here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is what they did. They didn't burn the original.
Yeah,
What
it's
they're
coming
going to
back.
do, they're going to
It's
bring it
original.
right back because what they
Mhm.
said, we got to
Brought
do
his son
something.
back.
And
His
yeah, that's what I'm
son.
saying.
His
The
son.
sun is going to be set up to move the Marvel to move that storyline that this Black Panther 2 was supposed to do.
Mhm.
If our good buddy Chad was still here, then when the new T'Challa, because guess what? They can age him up. They can age him
Yeah,
up
I was
18,
thinking about
19.
that too.
Yep.
I was thinking about that
They're
too.
gonna age him up. You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
can say, "Hey, yo, this is what kind of." Because what I thought they were gonna do, I thought they were gonna recast
It's gonna
T'Challa
be a cougar out this
as
bitch.
I
It's gonna
thought.
be a cougar out this bitch.
But no,
Who's
but
Storm?
Storm is still young. We don't know
Huh?
when this is going
I
on,
know, man. I know. I'm
right?
just saying though.
But
Yeah,
what?
just because she already got a couple of movies out,
Right?
I just had
But
to put her out there.
but
She be out this bitch like fucking Eartha Kitt and fucking damn Boomerang.
but but
Hello there,
Oh,
child. He'd be
the
like, hello
multiverse
there,
oh.
T'Challa.
the
I have no
multiverse makes
panties
everything
on.
canon, right?
Exactly.
And then this because we spoke about Spider Man. If you notice, all Spider Mans was all Peter Parker, but they didn't look the same and they weren't the same age.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this is how
Mhm.
I thought they were going to bring in the new
Like
T'Challa. I thought
back
it
and
was
forth.
yeah, they was going to just Michael first. He was going to pop up like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm T'Challa
Game of
too.
Thrones his
All
ass.
right,
Game of Thrones his ass.
my mama's name Martha. Your mama's name Martha? Yeah, both our mama named Martha. Let's not kill each other. But I thought it was going to do something like that. But now it's like they can do whatever they want now. Now that story is still there, and then whatever piece that was going to move into the MCU is still there. We just had to have this pause to say goodbye, Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
had to say this
Mhm.
pause to say goodbye, and they did it so well, man. They did it so
Mhm.
well, and I cried at the end. I was like, God, and the lady next to me, she was bawling. I was like, well, I
I didn't
can't.
cry. I didn't cry until the baby came out, and when
Hmm.
the little boy
Yeah,
came out, and
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I had to cover my face and shit.
Like that's
Do you think so? That when the anticipation of the movie was happening, there was a whole camp of recast Black Panther versus what
Right.
happened. Would any of you have preferred they just recast Black Panther and keep the line
No.
storyline
I like
moving?
the
No.
I like the way
I
they
Or are
did
think.
it.
you okay
I
with
think.
it
They
now that it's done?
Yeah, I'm okay with I'm okay with the way they did it. I still want I'm okay with the way they did it, and I
Mhm.
probably would have been okay with the if they would
Recast.
have went the recast
Mhm.
But if they
recast
would have
road.
recast it, it would have been a whole nother universe. It would have been a different. It would have been a whole nother,
and
like, you know what I'm
and,
saying.
No, I
They
don't
would
Yeah,
have
think
to
but
put
we're
them
so.
in
bringing in
another
the
not
movie.
multiverse
exactly.
anyway,
You
so
know,
No,
we
they
had to
didn't
be a
have to.
multiverse. There had to be a
and,
multiverse character.
and I'm actually
Why?
to the
Because the
point.
person that played Black Panther died. They could have
At
just
that, at this
yes.
recast the
particular,
Black
at this
Panther.
So
particular, at this particular time, yeah. In order
no,
You
to,
didn't
in
watch.
order to
You
make
Uh,
it
didn't
make
watch
some
stories
sense.
when you were growing
I,
up.
Yeah.
Because if Miss Chandler was
Thank
out
you.
during the
Thank you.
day,
And that's the way
they
I
would
look
just
at it.
recast Miss Chandler for the
Can I?
day.
But I
Well,
want to say this though. But Key,
we
what they
had how
did,
many bonds? Come on.
what they did though, they took into consideration people's feelings,
Yeah,
and they
I
said,
get that. I get
they
that. I
said, you
mean,
know what? Let's write it this
I'm
way,
happy how it happened. I'm happy
and
how it happened.
we
It was
still gonna
beautiful.
recast the shit. We gonna
You
give
got to
y'all
put
what
a
y'all
little
want,
something in there to let y'all know why, and
right?
then spin it back out again.
And then we'll spin it back
Was
out.
the kid is the kid in the comics, or is that made up?
No, he's a
That's made
T'Challa.
up.
No, T'Challa is a T'Challa. He's got a kid named T'Challa.
He's got a kid.
You got a junior.
I know in the multiverse, him and Storm have a child. Him and Storm actually have a son and a daughter. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, let me tell you,
That's not completely made
Killmonger,
up.
man. Killmonger.
Bring
Killmonger had me
back
rolling.
Killmonger.
Yo, yo.
Yeah, shout out to
When he
History Ass.
he said, yo, talk about his mom, talking about the family, talking about, you know what I'm saying, talking about the mama went out there and saved the damn lost tribe. Call call a girl from a lost tribe, son. He said, that joint, yo, so many levels, bro. So many levels, yo. Just hotepic all day. Just love it.
yeah, yeah. Look. I'll be honest with you. I'm even to the point if they, when they cast the grown-up Prince T'Challa, I'm almost to the point that that I would be accepting of John David Washington playing the role now.
Right.
And
So,
at the
but
time,
yo,
I
so
wasn't.
it's so many Easters, yo. Like okay, Riri went where? MIT,
MIT.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is at MIT right now?
Spider Man.
Nope, Spider Man
No,
didn't
not
make it.
Spider Man.
He didn't make it.
MJ and Ned are
MJ,
there.
right?
MJ and
Mm.
Ned.
And Flash and Ned is there. They there at the same moment that Riri's there.
Mm.
You feel me? And I mean, the timing is just so crazy, yo.
But guess what? And then this
Yeah,
is with Riri. There's a place to bring Robert Downey Jr. back because I just heard that he's her AI and her suit.
I can see
So,
that.
so Tony
I can
Stark's
see
is
that.
her AI. So that brings Robert Downey Jr. back, and we could still have more Downey Jr. Ooh wee.
Look, peep this
Hey,
though, bitch.
speaking of this, hold on. I don't mean to cut you
Go
off,
ahead, go ahead,
but
go ahead.
since we're talking about voiceovers, shout out to Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah
Yes.
through the whole
Yes.
situation
He was the AI.
was the AI. That was Trevor Noah. Shout out to Trevor
Yep.
Noah.
Yeah.
Shout outs to them
Gotta
also
stop that.
tying in. Shout outs to them also tying in the what's that shit? The Eternals. The Eternals. Yeah, they tied in the Eternals because remember when the Eternals when they broke up, it was during the Aztec fires. It was during the Aztec fires was burning at that particular time. So they were supposed to save them, but old boy didn't. He mind controlled them jokers to leave with him, the
Instead of
Aztecs.
saving
So
the
I
land.
believe the Aztec joints are the same connected to the same ones that left. And
Mm.
of course, why you came. That's how you got Namor. Yo, it's deep, son. Deep.
Yep.
Well, I'll say this. I'm definitely going to see it again. Okay, I'm definitely going to see it again. And yeah, if we look, I mean, if we hurt you with spoilers, we do apologize. But hey,
No, we don't. That's
No,
their
we don't.
fault.
No, we don't. 51 days for the 51 days for the joints to come out streaming, right?
mm, that's normal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Hey man, can I ask you a question? How much did we make on Black Panther this go round? Did we bust?
180 million at the domestic box office, 330 worldwide, and that's now without China because China
Yeah,
is not
China.
allowing Black Panther because of
Of the-
the homosexual relationship
Right.
between Okoye and I keep on forgetting
It's not a Koye. It's
Anika.
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 Can I
Bubble
say
gum.
this right here?
Chewing gum.
When she said my name is Anika, yo, this little boy went like, you can't say the N word in Black Panther. That was hilarious, man.
In your movie.
He just screamed it out. You can't say the N word. I said, oh my god! And every time he said Anika, this little nigga was fucking dying in the seat, yo. I was like, yo, whoever he was on the other side of the theater, man, it was
Oh,
hilarious.
did y'all notice that Dave dropped the N bomb quite a few times during the episode?
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
Because
something.
it wasn't his original well, it wasn't the one that he pitched to the to the folks. It wasn't the one that he read.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It was a the fake
Yeah,
monologue that they had. He approached them doing, and then the real shit he just said.
No, not
Like,
just during the monologue though. It was during the
but
whole show.
yeah,
Like he was
but
oh
dropping
yeah,
the
but
bomb
but
a few
still,
times. But
dropping it, dropping the N word with significance. Think about it, okay?
oh, I don't
On
care,
national. Wait, no, but hear me out. On
Bishop. You
on
smacking ass tonight.
national TV, okay? Red
Mhm.
that's
Fox.
Santa Claus.
Look, Red Fox,
Mhm. I
Richard
remember that
Pryor,
episode.
Dave Chappelle.
Mhm.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it
It
does.
makes
It
perfect
does.
sense.
It's
So why?
perfect. It's
You
what
know,
this land is
it
playing.
does.
I love y'all niggas.
Again, it's the same run-on joke throughout the whole episode.
Mhm.
It's censorship. It's
Yeah.
about being able to, you know what I'm saying, taking the joke and go ahead with yourself, man. Yo, I love comedy, yo.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, another great episode of Straight to Tape. Remember, you can catch Straight to Tape Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Follow us on our social media platforms. Make sure you check us out on our YouTube channel, S2T Media. Bishop, what you got going on this week, bro?
You know what? We about to talk about Wakanda back here. So if y'all want a more in-depth conversation about Wakanda with some different looking
Don't
people,
do that.
come on down. Come on down to Intelligent Ratchet on Wednesday night. So listen, I'm telling you this right here. Where we got a bunch of stuff for it. We're gonna talk a little Kanye. We're gonna talk a little bit about the election. All right. We're gonna talk about your mama. Listen, so come on down to Intelligently Ratchet. Come clan with me and my man Justin, maybe Phenomenal. Hell, we might even have Tico the Gallo on there come through and just swipe himself across the screen. I like it. You like it. We love you too. Thank you, Straight to Tape.
Bishop, you look like the type of dude that like dragons. You like dragons?
I love a dragon.
How about me dragging my nuts across your face with that crazy comment? Let's go, ladies.
Uh,
I feel
ladies and
nauseous again.
ladies and gentlemen, uh, you know, that was actually the perfect ending. I'll say that. That was a perfect ending. We'll see y'all next week.